The catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE, which led to the obliteration of Pompeii and surrounding cities, has long been a subject of historical and theological intrigue. Did you know this disaster occurred merely 9 years after the Roman destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem in 70 CE? This chronological proximity has prompted discussions about whether contemporaries perceive the volcanic eruption as divine retribution for the desecration of the sacred Jewish temple. What do you think? The Second Temple in Jerusalem was destroyed by Roman forces in 70 CE, a pivotal event in Jewish history. Approximately 9 years later, in 79 CE, Mount Vesuvius erupted, devastating the cities of Pompeii, Herculaneum, and others in the Bay of Naples region. The close succession of these events led some to speculate about a possible divine connection between them. Evidence suggests that some Jewish communities of the time may have interpreted the eruption as divine vengeance. The Sibylline Oracles, a collection of prophetic writings, include passages that reference both the destruction of the temple and catastrophic events in Italy. One such passage states, "When a firebrand turned away from a cleft in the earth, Vesuvius in the land of Italy, reaches to broad heaven, it will burn many cities and destroy men. Much smoking ashes will fill the great sky, and showers will fall from heaven like red earth. Know then the wrath of the heavenly God." Archaeological findings from Pompeii provide further context to these interpretations. A notable discovery is a charcoal inscription on a wall in Pompeii that reads Sodom and Gomorrah, referencing the biblical cities destroyed by divine fire. This graffiti indicates that at least one contemporary individual perceived a parallel between Pompeii's destruction and the biblical account of divine punishment. Additionally, artifacts such as a fresco depicting King Solomon, considered one of the earliest visual representations of a biblical scene, have been uncovered in Pompeii. And there is Aslan, the legendary lion, not in Narnia, but in Pompeii. Were these findings a suggestion of Jewish presence in the city, and hint at the cultural and religious dynamics of the time? And did they see this disaster as an act of God? Christian interpretations and modern perspectives on the destruction of Pompeii offer a fascinating glimpse into how different eras have perceived this catastrophic event. From early Christian reflections to contemporary cultural works, the narrative has evolved, intertwining themes of divine retribution and moral lessons. Early Christians also reflected on the destruction of Pompeii. Some scholars propose that passages in the New Testament, particularly in the book of Revelation, draw parallels between the fall of decadent cities and divine judgment. Revelation chapter 18 describes the fall of a great city, with imagery reminiscent of a catastrophic destruction observed from the sea, which some associate with the events at Pompeii. In contemporary times, the notion that Pompeii's destruction was an act of divine retribution has been explored in various cultural works, including paintings, literature, and films. These interpretations often draw parallels between Pompeii and the biblical cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, emphasizing themes of moral decadence and divine punishment. While natural explanations account for the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, historical evidence indicates that some contemporaries, particularly within Jewish and early Christian communities, perceived the disaster as divine retribution for the Roman destruction of the Second Temple. This perspective underscores the human tendency to seek moral and theological meanings in the face of natural catastrophes, reflecting the complex interplay between historical events and religious interpretations. If you found this exploration intriguing, please like, share, and subscribe for more historical insights.